Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is Love, Truth, and Wisdom Tarot Guidance. My name is Sharnetta. I hope you all are having an enjoyable day, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, and I hope you all are doing well. So today I'm here to bring you another pick a card reading, and today we are looking into the question of what is blocking your manifestation. So we'll be looking into, what might be blocking you from manifesting what you desire, whether this is a mental block, a physical block, an emotional block, all three. We will look into it and try to see where we can release some of those blocks. So we have three piles here to choose from. We have the first pile here with the Carnelian stone. We have the second pile here with the copper stone, and then the third pile here with the Labradorite stone. So feel free to pick more than one if you feel guided to do so. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not all the messages will resonate, and that is okay. Just take what does and leave what doesn't. Don't make it fit if it doesn't fit. I am available to do personal readings. If you feel guided to get a personal reading from me, that information will be down below in the description box. And then I just want to give a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing, subscribing, supporting my channel in any way you felt guided to do so. I truly appreciate every single one of you. So thank you all so much for your kindness, your love, your support, your trust, and your time. It really means the world to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, so without further ado here, let's get on to your reading. Hello, pile one, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Carnelian stone, this is your reading for what is blocking your manifestation at the moment. So what I see here, okay, so I feel like a lot of you may be trying to manifest more money, or just more of a financial security or stability in some way, or it could just be stability and security in a general sense. It doesn't have to be money related, but I am seeing a few pentacles here, so I feel like it could be money, and I feel like it has to do with a particular project or passion or desire you have to maybe make your own money or be self-employed in some way or something like that, but it doesn't have to be. But I am getting that strongly, and I definitely feel like, so we have financial constraints as well, so that's why I'm kind of thinking it's money related. But this card talks about kind of reining in your spending, so I do see that it's like I'm getting two different things. So I feel like maybe like 50% of you is overspending on things and then maybe feeling guilty about it later. It's just like a habit. It's like you overspend and then you're just like, I shouldn't have. And then you tell yourself like, okay, well, this is the last time I'm going to do it. And then you do it again. And it's just becoming kind of a daily habit that's keeping you stuck in a loop of feeling constricted or feeling like you're never having enough. And then for the other 50% of you, I feel like you could be hoarding a lot of your money, and so that creates a block on a lot of the times when we feel like we can't give out or we can't spend, and not like indulge ourselves, but if we feel like we just don't have enough to do certain things or buy certain things, that can create a block in itself, usually a mental block. You telling yourself that you don't have enough, or that if you spend this you'll never get it back, or something like that. So I'm seeing like both sides, or like two sides to that. So whichever side you fit on, I definitely feel like it has to do with what you're telling yourself, and it has to do with kind of keeping yourself stuck in a loop of feeling constricted in some way, whether it's like over giving or overspending or kind of just hoarding your money. But with the financial constraints, it really does speak about like I said, reining in your spending and kind of going over your financial requirements in your life. So this is definitely not a time to indulge. So if that's something you've been doing, Spirit is really advising you to not do that so much, and be aware of what's really important and consciously choose your expenditures on what's important and what's not important. I do feel like if you're passionate about something, that is something that you should invest your money, time, energy in, especially with the Knight of Wands clarified by the Four of Pentacles in reverse. That is basically saying you can spend a little bit on something that sets your heart on fire, something that you've been trying to manifest. And we do have it's manifested. So whatever you're manifesting, it is already here. And I do see that in the cards and in the tarot cards as well. I'm just seeing you're a little bit blind to it with the Eight of Swords being here, because maybe you've invested, right? Like I was saying, like because maybe you've invested in maybe you felt like you've overinvested in this, or you shouldn't have invested in what you are passionate about, what sets your soul on fire. And I feel like it's just like a story you're telling yourself about why you can't do something, why you can't invest in something that you actually really care about. And I do see like rewards are coming to you, because we do have the Three of Wands here, but you have to see yourself from the perspective of the universe. The universe sees you as this infinite being, this sovereign being who, is worthy of abundance, prosperity, who is abundance and prosperity. You have that energy within you. You are everything in this universe. And I feel like the more that you see that, or you tell yourself that story, or just make it a daily habit to tell yourself something, like tell yourself like you're doing the best you can, or it's already manifested, or I'm getting into alignment, it's already whatever I want, it's already present in my life, I just have to align with it. I feel like that's like the biggest thing I see here going on, is that you're having a hard time aligning with the fact that it's already here, that you already have it, that you are, the more that you can be present, the more that you realize that your manifestation is already here, and nothing is really blocking you besides just, a story you're telling yourself, or how you feel about yourself, and or how you see yourself more so. And I definitely feel like there's a big difference between what you need and what you want right now. So I really do feel like this financial constraint card is really telling you to take care of your needs and like bide your time. Things will get better, but for now you have to be willing to live maybe a little bit more conservatively, or and like learn maybe how to value your money a little bit more, or just know that you already have good things. You already have manifested a ton. You already have manifested a lot of what you already need, or not already need, but a lot of what you need, a lot of what you want, and you're gonna continue to do so. But I feel like it's almost like a stop go type of energy I'm picking up from a lot of you, where it's like you're good, you're in alignment, and then something knocks you off, or you don't see something manifesting the way that you want and it knocks you off, or you wake up maybe in a bad mood and it knocks you off, and you have a hard time getting back into a better mood or into alignment, because we do have daily habits here. So self-care is very important. I feel like that is a major block into what you're trying to manifest, is you're not taking care of yourself, and you're not maybe taking care of yourself in a way where it's more like what you're telling yourself and how you see yourself. Like I was saying, like you're an infinite being, you're an abundant being, everything you already want is already here. You have to start telling yourself a better story, and you have to start seeing yourself in a better light. I definitely feel like making healthy choices, I feel like I already discussed that, but making healthy choices in terms of like maybe what you ingest mentally, emotionally, and physically, like what you're telling yourself, what you're watching, who you're watching, who you're talking to is something to really pay attention to, because I'm just getting there's something that's affecting your daily habits, and it's just throwing you off now and then. But what you want, especially with it's manifested here, it says new desired reality is already present in your life. Vibrational alignment, astrology gives edge. Let me think. I'm trying to think like what is happening in astrology right now. So we just had a couple of eclipses. That's really good. So that's really good. These eclipses we've had in the past couple of weeks, depending on when you're watching this, in December, have been really helping closing out karmic cycles and closing out fear-based type energy, just lower frequencies, lower vibrations, so we can manifest our desired reality. So I do think these eclipses are helping you do so, because I do see this as something that you've been working on for quite some time, and you're ready to see the reward. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to ascend with the Eight of Cups, but you're doubting your ascension. You're doubting that you will be able to provide for others, provide for yourself. You're doubting whether you'll be able to make this passion project something that can be really lucrative and really abundant and really prosperous. And Spirit is wanting you to tell yourself a different story, because you know deep down in your heart and soul that this is something that you've wanted to do. And if you believe that this is a prosperous project, career, endeavor, if you believe that this is abundant, it will be abundant, but you have to believe. It's almost like you have to meet the universe halfway. It's like, if you don't believe in this, then why should the universe, why should other people? So really pay attention to that type of attitude, if that is something that you have been struggling with for a little bit here. We also have Clean It Up, and Clean It Up is in reverse. So this speaks about focusing too much on maybe other things that don't matter, focusing too much on other people, focusing too much on other people's opinions about your life, about your choices, about money that aren't really helping you. I feel like you could be maybe trying to be too helpful here with these Six of Pentacles, or it's like, or maybe taking too much from others. It's more like, I feel like this is more like you giving too much to others, to be honest. I feel like you may feel like you have a calling to relieve people of their burdens, but as you're doing so, you're also hurting yourself. And you relieving people of their burdens is not your responsibility. It's not your job. Yes, always help when you can and give what you can, but I feel like you're over giving. It's like you're overcompensating in some way, but it's costing you. And it's also costing them because it takes away their power and their ability to do what they need to do for themselves and empower themselves. It's just kind of, basically, this cleanup card is saying it's time to like not clean up someone else's side of the street, but focus on your own side of the street, if that makes sense. You're not helping those people or that person by freeing themselves of their responsibility, as I was saying. And you're also not doing yourself any favors. And I feel like you just may be adding greater strain to you and them. So know that you are loved as you are. You don't need to overgive. You don't need to like always offer help, especially if you can't help, especially if you feel like you just don't have the funds. I mean, like I said, give what you can, but I feel like you're giving more than what you have and more than what you can right now. So I feel like there's like this need to be loved and to be liked. And I feel like you feel like if you're not giving, if you're not helping, if you're not feeling needed, then you're not loved. So this is also like I said, a self-worth issue, maybe a little bit, or like just an attitude of feeling not good enough, feeling lack, feeling constricted, that if you don't help, if you don't give, then you just, like I said, you don't feel good enough, you don't feel needed. And this is about kind of needing yourself and really having to pay attention to your own situation and having to pay attention to your own basically side of the street, like staying in your lane. And when you feel inspired or called, or when you can help someone appropriately, then you can do so, but not doing so because you feel like you're not loved, or you're not needed, or these people will hate you if you don't do this or that. It's like you're taking away their, it's definitely maybe a little bit of a codependent dynamic, especially with the devil being here, that I see here, but it's more so with yourself. I feel like, well, obviously it's going to reflect to others, but it's starting with yourself. You need to kind of notice these dependencies with yourself. And I feel like it's time for you to leave that behind, especially with the Eight of Cups and the Judgment reverse. This is, like I said, all about doubting your ascension, doubting that there's a brighter future for you, doubting that there's abundance on the other side of this door of fear. And with the Eight of Swords being here, I feel like you're just trapped, but you're not really trapped. You're just kind of telling yourself a story that's keeping you trapped. And all you have to do is tell yourself a different story about abundance, about prosperity, about who you are, about you being an infinite being and an abundant being. We are all infinite, abundant, sovereign beings, deserving and worthy of abundance just by being here, just because we're here, just because we're human. And we all are it's like we have the universe within us. So everything we have here, everything that you have, that you see in front of you in your environment, everything that you've ever manifested, you manifested at one time. So it's no different from manifesting maybe, a lucrative career or an abundant project or something like that, because you've manifested not little things, but you've manifested other things. And see, I said little things. So I feel like a lot of you could be in this place where you're seeing some things as big things and some things as little things, and it may be just in a perception. It may just be a perception thing where you have to see everything as the same. Everything is energy. Everything is vibration. Everything is all within you. Like I said, you have manifested so much. Everything is an extension of you. So if you want that new car, if you want that condo, if you want, a puppy or a new laptop or whatever it is you're trying to manifest, if you want your business to be successful, just know that it comes from with you. You are successful. You are that laptop. You are that car. You are that. And it's just energy. We're all just atoms and molecules just vibrating on a high frequency. And it's just about being aligned to that frequency and aligned to that energy and aligned to that way of thinking, which takes practice. It is not easy. Let me just be clear, just from my personal experience, true story. Like, it is not easy to start thinking in that way, but it does help. And just from my own experience, I have seen benefits and rewards of me just kind of taking out the external factor or the mask of that everything has on, and just seeing everything as a vibration that I once manifested, that I once wanted, and now I have. And I don't think about it like that. And it also comes from a place of like just trying to be more in this place of gratitude for the things you already have, that also always brings in more abundance and prosperity. So this is a daily habit. This is something you have to do daily. And like I said, I feel like a lot of you are already on that path, but you do get stuck from time to time with it, because I do feel like you're overly focused on someone else, or giving to someone else, or helping other people. And again, that's coming from a lack. That's coming from a place of like low self-worth, where you just feel like if you're not needed, then you're not wanted and you're not loved. So really, like I said, pay attention to that, because I feel like that's also, it's kind of all together. I feel like they're just symptoms of coming from a place of like wanting to be needed, but you need to need yourself right now. You need to focus on yourself. You need to just invest in yourself a lot more, especially in your daily habits, especially in the way you think and the way you see things. Also, you have 2 eights. That's pure abundance. Eights are all about abundance, infinite abundance, manifestation. So you are on the right track. It is definitely, I feel like whatever you're wanting, it is manifested. You just have to align with it. You just have to take off this blindfold. In the 8 of Swords, pull back your energy, pull back your money, invest in your lane, invest in what is you're passionate about, invest in your desires a little bit more, invest in yourself and how you see yourself, and you will see things will start to come in, like all this abundance, all this prosperity. You will start to ascend with this 8 of Cups. You will start to go towards things that your wishes, your desires, your happiness, and you will start to focus on your own happiness and not focus on making other people happy, because that's not your job. And it takes away from your job as well as being a happy, abundant being, and like seeing yourself in that way. So definitely it's really positive. It's not as, I hope I didn't make it as doom and gloom as I may have said, but it's not doom and gloom. It's very positive. I think it's just taking time to kind of pull back your energy, see yourself for who you really are, and just tell yourself a different story. Make sure you're paying attention to who is, to like people telling you certain things about abundance or about you, and keeping you maybe in this place where you feel like you have to have like a 9-to-5 job, or you have to have this to be abundant, or you have to have that to be abundant. And all that is just falsehood. It's just, people in this place of like fear and restriction, and not seeing themselves as infinite beings. So really pay attention to how people make you feel, and really pay attention to how you're seeing yourself and how you are manifesting, because you are manifesting 100%, and it is here. I think it's just an alignment issue, honestly. So that is what I see for you guys. So I'm going to leave it here. I hope this helped. I hope this provided you with some type of guidance and clarity to your situation. If not, feel free to pick another pile if you feel guided to do so. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the copper stone, this is your reading for what is blocking your manifestation. So honestly, I'm not seeing major blocks. I'm seeing like maybe 1 or 2 things. And this has to do with some type of decision, some type of choice, because we have indecision here. About maybe a direction you're going. I'm also seeing something going on with family, or your home, or your like home life, or whatever the case that could be blocking your manifestation. If anything, it's blocking your creativity, which is blocking your manifestation. I feel like you're manifesting a new maybe career, or a new vision for your career, or a new honestly, you could be even manifesting a new home, to be honest. It's going to be different for everyone, but whatever the case, whatever you're manifesting, it's like it comes from a decision. So let me kind of tune into this indecision card here. So this card speaks about making choices, and it's I'm getting a little bit of anxiety when I look at this. So I feel like you could be anxious about looking at 2 different choices and wondering which is the better choice. Maybe when it comes to buying a home, or investing in a home, or maybe moving in together with someone, or where to live, or leaving one home and going to another. For some of you, I don't know why I feel like family's involved, like your family's involved, or could be blocking you in doing something and moving and like making, I don't know, I'm getting this, but like making a better life for you. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's something here with family. I feel like you've been through a lot with your family. This could be your own biological family, or this could be your family, like, you know, with your person. But I feel like there's this like needing to push through, needing to persevere, needing to kind of overcome some type of family blockage or tradition or way of thinking that your family taught you about home or family or money or something like that. So I feel like you could be standing still at the moment and just feeling really confused by I feel like your emotions are up and down because of this indecision, like anxious type of stuff. And I feel like you could be spending some days, months, or you could have been spending some days or months over this decision about moving, like there's like this back and forth energy, and it's draining you. And I feel like it's creating some type of paralysis, or just this feeling of being stuck and waiting to be certain about the results of your choice if you've already made a choice. For some of you, I feel like you've literally already made a choice, but you haven't physically like moved or done something to kind of catalyst the move. You know what I mean? It's like maybe you've internally already made the choice that you want to move, but you haven't really maybe looked up where you want to move, or the houses, or maybe you haven't told anyone, or like whatever you're doing. I feel like, I don't know why this is a move for like a home, but it doesn't have to be. Whatever it is, I feel like it's just a lot of doubt, and it's just keeping you stuck. So there's a need to meditate here. I feel like that would be really helpful, particularly meditating on your options and seeing where your spirit guides want you to be, and just consider which direction resonates with you the most. This is about following your heart and just making and just honoring your choices, because I feel like there could be people around you, like family or friends, that you feel are not going to honor your choices, or maybe they've told you that we don't honor your choice in something, and that's what's keeping you stuck because you're afraid of disappointing them, or you're afraid of being alone, or you're afraid of like feeling abandoned by them in some way. Whatever this is, because we have the moon here next to the 10 of Pentacles reverse, and the moon is reversed. I feel like it's like some type of insecurity, some type of deep part of your shadow self. It's like a shadow aspect of you feeling abandoned, because we do have the Page of Cups underneath that, and that speaks of like childhood. So it's some type of childhood wound about disappointing your family, or disappointing, really close friends, or that you consider family, or like disappointing people around you because of the choice you make, because you want to move, or because you want to move in with this person, or because you want to move abroad, or whatever the case may be. And you just feel like your family is like testing your patience and not supporting you, or whether they are or not. I feel like this is a wound of you feeling like even if they did, you would feel like they're not, or they wouldn't in some way. You know what I mean? Like it's some type of fear based on like either a fear of rejection or abandonment from your childhood. And that's mainly what I see here with your blockage here. And we do have no place like home. So this home theme is really like coming through very, very strong, and it is in reverse. And with this card being in reverse, it speaks about familiarity, like being in your comfort zone. So it's like you're looking for certainty in other people, in maybe family, maybe friends. Something about this is unhealthy. It's just I'm trying to like tune into it. I'm just getting a very unhealthy vibe, or a very conditional vibe, which is unhealthy, and the way it's being expressed is just unhealthy. So it's like you're kind of trying, it's like you're keeping yourself stuck, or you're keeping yourself in the familiar because it is what's known, but it's not the best choice. Does that make sense? And I feel like you are, this could be like you wanting to move away from your family or friends, or just wanting to move away from your environment, but it's like you're too eager to do so, and you're wanting to do this because of the way they make you feel, right? And it's almost like you're running away from your problems, but that's causing more problems. Does that make sense? It's causing more of a blockage, because then it makes you, because when you feel that way, when you're just like, oh my God, I can't stand them, I just want to get away, and I just want to move away, and then you're just like, I'm moving away, and then they may do something that makes you reconsider, like, oh my gosh, I'm so mean, I'm so horrible, why do I want to move away from my family? they're so sweet, and then they do something else and you're just like, oh my gosh, they suck, like I want to move away. You see what I'm saying? Like it keeps you in this like loop of like where you're just not trusting yourself. You're just not trusting what you know to be true. I feel like you know for a fact that you want to move. You know you need to do this for your own success, for your own vision of how you want to live your life, of how you want to grow your own family and be your own person and do your own thing. But there's like this unhealthy, toxic type of way of thinking or tradition or beliefs that have been instilled to you by your family that are keeping you in this place of indecision where you're just not trusting yourself. You're not trusting your imagination. It's killing your imagination. It's killing your creativity, and you're just not trusting yourself too much. So this may be something you need to be a little bit patient on, but I do see you're going to get some type of clarity or reward or some type of just vision of the next thing to do that's best for you. So I feel like choosing something unfamiliar and trusting that you will find a new normal in that is going to be really good for you. And I feel like spirit is really supporting you in that. So basically, I feel like, you know that saying, like, if you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. It's time to like basically do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right now is really just what feels familiar, and it's just unhealthy, and you're just going to be attracting more of that. So you don't want any more of that. So it's just time to kind of do different things, or just nothing will change unless you do something different, basically. So it's just time to kind of figure that whole situation out. And I feel like I'm all over the place. Like it's kind of messy. Like it's just kind of like you just don't know. Well, you know, but it's just like you're telling yourself that you don't know, and what you're really doing is just holding on to beliefs of your family or friends or whoever these people are that are telling you that don't believe in you, or they don't support what you're doing or what you want to do, and you're just kind of listening to them and adopting those ideals and beliefs when it's just kind of hurting you, and you know it's hurting you, but you also feel like you will be disappointing them if you break with tradition or break those beliefs, or you know what I mean. It's just time. It's a cycle that's definitely ready to end, I'm not gonna lie. And it's, you know, the truth with the hangman being in reverse, that is like you are very clear about what you want, but you're someone in your environment, person, family, friends, whoever is holding you back a little bit. And this is like a deep wound of like an abandonment issue or just an insecurity. It's really an insecurity. It's holding you back. It's just being reflected in your family because it came from your family. But I definitely see you working on that and healing that whole situation, because we do have beliefs come true and creating reality, which is really, really good to see. So this speaks about beliefs come true, says your beliefs create your reality, recognize, change your emotions, reprogram your subconscious mind. Definitely. And the moon is all about your subconscious. It is in reverse, which I do like to see, but it does kind of go with the other cards around it. So we do have the Page of Cups being in reverse as well, which is also your intuition, your emotional self. There's definitely needs to be a change in your emotions and a change in your beliefs, and your beliefs are coming from a place of insecurity and probably a place of woundedness and just being afraid that things are not going to work out because you're listening to friends or family that are telling you like it's not going to work out or something like that. And it's just very unhealthy, and more so because you're allowing yourself to adopt these ideas or these beliefs that you know no longer serve you, and you know you don't really believe in yourself, you know what I mean? And it's just, you're creating your own reality, but it's like you have to see where you're creating it from. You're creating it from a place of fear and insecurity and beliefs that no longer serve you, instead of what you know to be true. And you know what you know. I mean, you feel what you feel, and it's just time you live your best life by design, and you want to have amazing experiences, and you want to have this, like, you have this infinite potential with this King of Wands to create what you want, but there is some like emotional baggage or friction, difficulties here that are blocking you from really seeing that come to life, seeing your infinite potential, seeing you have this amazing experience or this lifestyle that you really want to create for yourself. So with the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles at the end here, I really do like this because it speaks about learning and setting better foundation. So I feel like if this resonates with you, you are aware of it, or you're now aware of it, and you are going to be learning how to set a better foundation, how to heal and reprogram your subconscious mind, how to change your emotions, how to be more aligned with your beliefs about how you feel, what you what you believe about success, because success means different things to different people. So it's just like what success means to you, how you see yourself being successful, and like what you want to achieve in your life, what type of lifestyle you want to achieve. And so you're learning how to like definitely change your reality by changing your subconscious mind. So your subconscious is what's blocking your manifestation, hands down. And it's, again, coming from, definitely feel like a childhood wound or something in your childhood that you were taught to believe that no longer resonates with you, because it's keeping you from manifesting what you want. So you're relearning, reteaching yourself, programming yourself with beliefs that more suit you and suit the reality that you want to create. Especially with the Seven of Pentacles here, this is all about reaping rewards and abundance, and I definitely feel like you'll be doing so. You're really planting the seeds to further your success in the future. So right now, if you feel indecisive or you feel like, you're just kind of stuck, that will fade with time. It's the more that you learn about your subconscious mind, the more you learn about maybe, seeing how you are holding on to certain beliefs that no longer serve you, or traditions that no longer serve the lifestyle you want to live. And even if your family or friends or these people don't support you in that, that's okay. They have the right to do that, but you don't hold yourself back because of that. You don't keep yourself stuck, because I feel like that's what you're doing, but you may not be aware that you're doing it because you feel like you're serving your family, you're serving traditions, you're serving, like that saying, like, mother always knows best, or, your family always has your back. And sometimes that may be the case, and sometimes it's not. Let's just be honest. Like, especially if because everyone has different dreams and beliefs and on their soul journey. So, sometimes they don't know best. Sometimes we don't know best. And we know what we know for us, and we can only give that type of advice or wisdom to our best abilities, given that everyone has different circumstances and everyone has different situations in their life. So it's like, be discerning with the advice you're given from your family and like, or friends, or whoever this is, and like, take everything with a grain of salt. Always trust your own self over everybody, over everything, over, what anyone says. And it's just like, you have to believe in yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to kind of see these shadowy aspects of what you're holding on to and why, because it's like I said, it's coming from a deeper wound, and learn about that. Learn about why you're holding on to that. Learn about why you feel insecure, or why you feel like you'll be abandoned, or you're afraid of abandoning your family, why you have this kind of maybe dependency on holding on to certain beliefs or traditions that no longer serve you. It's like, it's time to dive deeper, because that's where you're creating your blockages, and you want to not do that anymore. So it's about being at home within yourself, and knowing that you are your own home, you are your own family. You can do whatever you want to do. You can create whatever reality you want to create, but it has to come from a place of alignment, of authenticity, of love, instead of fear. So yeah, so that is what I see for you guys. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this provided you with some type of guidance and clarity to your situation. If not, feel free to pick another pile if you feel guided to do so. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Labradorite stone, this is your reading for what is blocking your manifestation. So, okay, I just have to say what I see, not to like trigger anyone or anything like that, but I'm picking up very strongly that this is a particular relationship that may be blocking your manifestation. It could be the way you're seeing the relationship, or the way that you think about the relationship, or just the dynamic in the relationship, or it could just be the person you're with is just not the person you're meant to be with, and they could be blocking your manifestation. Now, as I say this, I feel like if that resonates with you, this is something that you've already contemplated on. This is something that you already know deep within. This is something that you may not want to look at right now, or you may not want to deal with right now, or really pay attention to, but I am getting that strongly. And like I said, it could be a couple different things. It doesn't mean you need to, if you're with someone, you need to break up with them. It could just mean you need to let go of certain beliefs or certain ways of behaving in this relationship that is blocking your manifestation. So I do see some type of ending here with the Ten of Swords and the Two of Cups in reverse. And I feel like there could have been an argument, or there could have been just a difference of opinions here. A lot of what I'm seeing is ego based. So it could be you both just coming from a place of ego, and that's no longer serving you. And now you both have to come from a place of love, of authenticity, of an open heart, instead of just a place of fear and control. So that could be the case as well. But whatever it is, I do see this is something that you already have been thinking about, or maybe like just kind of like, I wonder why we do that, or I wonder why, I feel this way, or I feel like maybe, things just are not really moving the way that you want them to be. I feel like individually, like, you are very successful, honestly, because with the Six of Wands here and the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you've worked very hard on yourself, or you've worked very hard on just being more of a leader, just being more authentic, being more in alignment with your truth, like kind of just being more confident in yourself as well. And I feel like this has been something you've been really disciplined about, and seeing yourself in a better light. And I think when you look at this person, whether you're with this person or a situationship, or you're in a relationship with them, it is opposite. There's a lot of contrast there. Does that make sense? Because it's like when you're alone, or when you're just in your own space and working or doing whatever, you're good. It's when you kind of see them or talk to them that you get in this place of like control or power, or feeling like you have to like defend yourself. Just something about it is off. It's just off. And I feel like it's breaking both of your hearts. I feel like neither one of you are happy. I feel like this is something that you both have been thinking about a lot of the time, that it's just you want it, not that you want the relationship to come to an end, maybe for some of you, but for others of you, I think you just want this dynamic to stop. You just want to be, it's like you want to feel confident with your person, but maybe your person has self-worth issues, or they're not doing so well in their job, or their financial stability or something. And so they may make you feel a certain type of way, or you're allowing them to make you feel a certain type of way, and then your egos flare up, and then it just becomes like, a fight, or some type of like, just where you feel like you have to defend yourself, or you feel like, you're tired of going through this, or having the same argument. It's just something like that I definitely feel like is blocking your manifestation, or blocking you from continuing manifesting, because you already have manifested so much, especially with the Garden and the Gate here. But again, this is something that you already know, especially with deep knowing being in reverse. This card speaks about you needing to be grounded again, and you being a little bit out, you needing to tune out for a bit. So this could mean taking a break from your person. This could mean just not engaging with them as much. This could mean it's like you're hypersensitive to this person and their attitude, and this person is hypersensitive to your attitude and everything like that. But it's conflicting. There's a lot of contrast here. There's a lot of suffering here with the Ten of Swords here. It's like you both are exhausted mentally, emotionally, physically. It's like this is time for a recharge. It's time to recharge your batteries, maybe just apart for right now, or taking some type of break. And I definitely feel like there's a need to like empty your mind and get back to you, because I feel like you miss the way you feel. It's like you feel one way when you're with yourself or with friends or whatever, and then when you're with this person, it's just not translating. It's not going, it's just not working. And I feel like it's just not working. And I feel like there's an opportunity here to talk about this with your person, because your person feels the same way, and to let your guard down. But I do feel like right now there's a need for self-care. I feel like that's the path you've been on, where it's just like, I may need to take a break from this. I may need to just kind of focus on myself. It doesn't mean you have to like break up with them, but kind of do things alone, or do things more with yourself, or just be by yourself more. Self-care, self-love, just taking time for yourself to like decompress, and saying like no thank you, if you know what I mean, saying no when you really mean no, instead of saying yes because you feel like you don't want to hurt their feelings, because that just adds and escalates to the energy of just being on a vibrational difference, a frequency difference. It's like when you're exhausted, you may say yes to this person, and when this person acts up, then you're just so pissed off, and you're not really pissed off at this person, you're pissed off at yourself for saying yes because you wanted to say no, you didn't even want to do this to begin with. It's like kind of setting up healthy boundaries and doing what feels good, and being honest with your person about the time you need to yourself. Maybe just telling your person, hey, I just need a day to myself, or I'm just kind of taking care of myself. And your person, I do feel like this person will understand, because they also need it too. This is not something where it's one-sided. You both are feeling the same way, and I feel like you both are scared to talk about it, to mention it, because you could be afraid of breaking up. And you don't need to be afraid of that unless it's something you want. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like neither of you want to break up. It could just be both of you just wanting to just spend time with yourself, spend more time alone, like not having to like maybe call each other as much or talk to each other as much, or like something like that. There just needs to be a restructuring of your relationship right now, because there are some differences that I'm picking up here that are blocking your manifestation, that are blocking your success, your rewards, your abundance. And it has to do with a lot of like woundedness and distorted views, and like I said, ego stuff, and like complaining and negative talk, and self-sabotaging. It's just a lot of negativity right now around this particular relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be with a parent. It could be with a sibling. Like, it's just, it needs to take a break. Like, there needs to be a break. And whether you discuss this with your person or just decide to take a break, I don't see them fighting you on it, because they also feel the same way. So don't be scared to do that if that's something that resonates with you, or that's something that you've been thinking about lately, because there needs to be some energetic boundaries. Because right now, like, I feel like they're in like a negative place, and it's making you feel like you're in a negative place, but you're really not. And you're just, this is something, like I said, you're aware of. So just pay attention to that. And we do have negativity here. So like I said, it talks about distorted views and wounds, complaining, negative self-talk, self-sabotage, outside influences. Be gracious. There's a lack of grace here with both of you, and there's a lack of grace of like trusting the process or trusting the path that you're on. It doesn't mean that you're over or that you're never going to talk to each other again. It just means that right now you need a break. That's all. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink about it. It's just, everything will work out. It says something better is on the horizon. Have total confidence in the universe. So just have confidence in what you're feeling, and knowing that something better will come of this, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to be. But right now there's a lot of like exchanging of negativity that is blocking your abundance, or most of it, because the garden in the gate here speaks about abundance and speaks about prosperity, and knowing that you are blossoming and blooming, and there's a lot, like, it's a very good financial, like, it's very good financially. So you could be getting promotion. I do see that. It's like every time you do well, I feel like this relationship suffers, and it's not because of anything like the lack of love or the lack of care, because I do see you both really love each other and like each other. It's just right now you both are on different pages. You both are on different vibrations. You both are just kind of feeding each other's ego instead of feeding each other's hearts right now. So there just needs to be a break before this escalates any further. And it can't, because we already have the 10 of Swords, if that is something that you resonate with. So I definitely feel like there's a lot of money, a lot more money that is owed to you or due to you, or other personal pleasures coming your way at this time, once this is rectified, once you kind of stick to your guns and decide what is best for you when it comes to this relationship. And don't stay somewhere where, just because it seems like security, it seems like you're secure there, you're really not secure there. Does that make sense? So I do feel like the beauty of being with this person, or the beauty of just having a connection, a relationship with this person, is enticing, but it's also hurting you in some way right now. It doesn't mean it's going to in the future or forever. Just right now, it is hurting you. That's it. And I feel like you're not giving your spirit the freedom to roam, and your person's not giving themselves the freedom to roam, their spirit the freedom to roam. So it's like you both are just blocking each other's abundance right now. And it's fine to like, it's a great deal of wealth. I'm not gonna lie, the Garden in the Gate's my favorite card. It is like the wealthiest card. So I feel like there's like some karma here that needs to be worked out, and this karma is keeping you both from your most abundant, prosperous, wealthiest past, from living your truth. And there's definitely need to shift, like I said, either shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and just kind of do that, or it's time to kind of, well, that's the same thing, I guess I would say, is to whatever you decide in this relationship, let's just say that whatever you decide, is for the betterment of both of you, because I feel like you both are being blocked right now, and it has to do with some type of beliefs that no longer serve you. So you could talk about that with your person, or you could just kind of, it depends on what you want to do. Like it's not this is literally up to you. Like, I feel like I can't tell you what to do if this resonates with you, but this is something that I said, like, I feel like you already have thought about. So you're just kind of trying to decide the best way to go about this. And whatever you feel the best way to go about that, trust that process, trust that nudge, trust that feeling, because you won't be disappointed, and your person won't be disappointed, because like I said, they also feel the exact same way. It's just, you both are just scared of saying it. You both are just scared of setting those boundaries with one another. And that is in itself like a codependency and a karma, because we all have boundaries. It's like we all have our own soul's journey, our own soul's path, our own, way of it's receiving abundance. And I feel like there's just a lot of conflict here. There's just a lot of exchange of like negativity and like self-talk. I feel like I'm over explaining this, but you get the gist of it. So I definitely feel there needs to be some type of conversation, or whatever you feel guided to do. I feel like that's definitely something you should do, and just have confidence in the universe that it is for the best and it will all work out for you. I feel like this was kind of difficult, so I'm gonna leave it here. I don't want to like over dilute this too much, because I feel like you guys get the gist of it, but I'm gonna leave it here. So I hope this resonated on some level. Like I said, if not, just ignore it and pick another pile. This is not for you. Clearly this was a very specific message for a few of you. So I'm gonna leave it here. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I'm sending you all, honestly, so much love and light, and just, it's okay, whatever you decide, and do what's best for you. And yeah, and I will talk to you all later. Take care.